Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for November 28th, 2021. We are on the road headed back home. We are in the cute little town of Kelseyville in the Redwood Forest area outside of Grants Pass. It's just beautiful. We're going to go see the big trees at Jedediah National Forest today. I'm so excited. It's my favorite thing to do. But let's do the numerology and astrology for today. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 8. Now, as you've heard me say many times, the number 8 is a number of grief, loss, and sadness. And so this day might feel like a bit of a letdown after the holiday season. Sometimes we put so much effort into things that afterwards we are tired in a very exhausted sort of way. Today, take some personal time. Be in silence and just give your energy a chance to regroup. You might realize how much you have overextended, but for a good cause. Have no regrets, but just give yourself some of the TLC you were so willing to give out to others. Recognize the amazing progress that you have made and appreciate your efforts that are beginning to pay off. And the astrology today. With the other aspects happening, this Virgo moon might feel like there are those that are nitpicking at something. While you might want to roll your eyes and walk out the door, best to step back and just realize that you are exhausted from the effort. This moon is trying to be helpful, but it may feel more like pressure rather than the attitude of gratitude. While the moon is trying to be in the flow with Pluto, Venus, and Mars, it can instead feel like an energetic slugfest. The sun brings a peace offering to Mercury in Sagittarius, and it makes a nice window into a possibility that with a bit of faith in oneself and a bit of education, you might get something up and running. This aspect works best in those areas of communication, writing, and publishing. I hope for some great breakthroughs and a place where the pattern is breaking us open to a new place of understanding and clarity. Just know that some may see your communication style as abrupt or having an edge in either your tone or choice of wording. Certain things are piquing our interest, and so we will get to blame the Sun and Mercury aligning with the asteroid Vesta. Be careful. Think before you speak. And my quote for today: is it worth the stress and strain to go out into the shopping frenzy? Perhaps it is wise to stay home and make some food and share it with the neighbors that are alone. And my blog for today. We were driving yesterday back home and we decided to go towards Portland, Oregon and take the 210 highway around the city rather than get into the craziness of the Black Friday shoppers. As we made our way around, the traffic level was atrocious, and once we made it to I-5, it just stopped. For miles and miles, we were at a standstill or moving at a turtle pace. There was no way to get off, and we were where we were until we see everyone in the two right lanes trying to get off the highway at a shopping center. Oh my! There were people parking on the grass, on the frontage road, thousands of people crowding into stores, and Glenn and I looked at each other in shock. We just don't fit into this category of humanity. I tend to buy things for the holidays throughout the year, and I never go for these supposed big sales. Number 1, I just don't need the stress. Number 2, I don't like crowds. Number 3, it seems insane. Number 4, it promotes overspending as you get caught up in the pressures of these sales. And number 5, I am just less interested in stuff. I think holidays are about connecting with people and not about what we are getting or giving. I think these types of holidays in the death of winter were for bringing hope and support in times where many died from starvation, lack, and disease. Winters were hard on everyone, and it was an excuse to make food for the neighbors and to bring some good cheer into another's life. It was also the time when we could plan for the next seasons and actually study, read books, and have lengthy conversations with those we love. Because in ancient times, we were working hard throughout the spring, summer, and fall to make enough food for the winter to have enough supplies. I marvel at those ancestors that came before us. I marvel at their organizational ability and their tenacity. I marvel at those that survived and managed to be good and kind to others. In this holiday, pay the heating bill for that older neighbor down the street. Bake lots of goodies and give them out to others. Listen to what another needs instead of needing to give some grandiose gift. And make sure that in the spirit of the holidays, you share your stories with others in a generous way that inspires and gives hope. Thanks, everyone.